Yo, yo, yo. Sorry, I'm a little fired up. Dude, I'm working on some pretty cool charts, you know, like I'm trying to like do a full breakdown of like the Dow Jones history just cuz it has a little bit more data than the SPX chart. But I want to like do a fully event-based version of like the all-time chart and kind of see where we are, but I just briefly saw that out of the corner of my eye, so I thought I'd bring it up. It's pretty cool. Also, I just made a GME video which is going to be like kind of my go-to video whenever people tell me that technical analysis doesn't work on a what is it called? A squeeze play. I was going to say a spring play, but it's a squeeze play. Where I break down the history of GME and how it actually did a Wyckoff accumulation pattern from June of 2019 to September 2020, whatever, you just say 2018, 2019 to 2020. Until it squares up. So make sure you check that out. I have a feeling that video is going to be kind of controversial, but it's okay. So yeah, let's talk about AMC. Well, what did AMC do today? AMC did the same thing that it's done for the past 2 days in a row, but upside down. Let me show you. It's kind of hilarious, dude, because early in the morning I said, oh, is it going to just do the same thing it did the past few days? So you can see here, this is December 23rd. You have this big sell-off, spike up, and then you trade sideways. December 27th, the same exact thing happens. Big sell-off, spike up, and then it trades sideways. But this time, they got really creative with the algorithm, and instead what they did was they did a big spike up first on the 28th, right? And then they came down here, similar to what you see here, and then they just traded sideways the rest of the day. So that's your video. Pretty much it. All right. Just kidding. Hey, it's actually hilarious. I mean, if we just like take this, copy it over here, really similar, cool. Take this, you flip it, do a little magic, boom. Okay, cool. Pretty much same thing. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, what does it mean like technically? So I will say, again, pretty much what I said yesterday, which is it is bullish that you have created another higher low. So you do have this uptrend developing, as well as, you're still making some higher highs. So that's pretty good. Let's see. Is this a higher high? I could have sworn that in my video yesterday I said it would. Well, let's see. Okay, I'm going to draw a horizontal line. I don't know what I'm thinking right now. See, he doesn't think... Yeah, so really what's happening is you kind of have this sort of an ascending triangle occurring here. Let's be fair with it. Send it all the way down here. You do have the more localized, obviously... higher low here. If you want to draw it this way, it's another way you could do it. So you do have this uptrend forming. I'd say that this was probably like a bull trap before you get sent down here. And then now you're, well, yeah, bull trap. Yeah, it's the upside down of this, the same thing. And now you're kind of trading this uptrend. So what you're going to want to see is you're going to want to see a continuation of this. You're going to want to see the price continue to trade up. Right now we're at $27.82. Let's see if this was a Fibonacci that we ended up hitting here. It probably is. What is this? 27.60. All right. So we'll measure from the bottom here to the top here. Yeah, 27.58 was your 786 Fibonacci retracement. AMC loves 786 Fibonacci retracements. If you measure it from back here, you can also see that this was the 707 that eventually became support. You can see that the golden pocket was pretty significant support there for a good portion of the trading day. But yeah, so like I said, what I'm looking for is a continuation of the uptrend that we have here, a continuation of this, what I would call thus far an ascending triangle. We'll take a look at the volume and see if that's supporting our thesis. I don't know why I don't have the volume up. Oh yeah, I was taking a screenshot for the other video. Okay, you do have a pretty high volume sell-off here towards the end of the day. I think the market in general, though, did have a pretty high volume sell-off. I saw SPY take a pretty big dump at the end of the day before it kind of bounced up. in post market, or I think it was actually like the last minute of, like, it was literally the last 1 minute of the trading day. Let's go see. This is let me go to SPY. The volume's gonna be a little bit more indicative. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, literally the last minute of the trading day was this big giant, and I think you had high volume on this too. Let's see. Yeah, this gigantic. Somebody was bullish going into post markets. What is this? 208,000 volume compared to the previous, like the big sell off being 60,000. Holy cow, man. Send it, baby. Somebody was interested in that thing going up. Yeah, so anyway, you have this general uptrend with AMC. I mean, from a Wyckoff perspective, does this look like... What does this look like? I mean, does this look like accumulation, or does it look like a shorter term, like it's a redistribution almost? It's real weird because they just keep doing the same exact thing. I mean, literally with no deviation. I mean, we've talked about the chart being similar a bunch, and but man, I've never seen anything quite like that. Let's go. Let me see the GME chart and its previous accumulation. The big one, the big accumulation. Huh. No, nothing there. Yeah, so hold on. I wanna figure this out. I'm interested now. It's such an odd pattern, dude. Look, everybody says, "Oh, technical analysis doesn't work because it's manipulated or whatever." Like, I get it, dude. But like, I'm kind of glad that, you know, we at least have some eyes on this that are like showing it in real time. Like, I'm not saying it's not manipulated. That is never the claim. I will say that overall, man, I don't know. I really, the volume is, I've always said that this part of the chart here, this is a clear as day, like beautiful sign of strength, right? This is just a pure accumulation sign of strength. Really what you're probably looking at is this was like the spring phase or a terminal shakeout, test, LPS, sign of strength. I mean, this is a beautiful accumulation pattern here. I think that what's happening is whatever institution is putting on this this show for us, what they're trying to do is they're trying to establish this with volume, and so they're trying to get buyers. They're trying to see what the buying interest is at these levels. Oh wait, what did I say? Yeah. This is perfect. And then this is the top of your trading range, I'd say. So actually, this is more like an LPS. Yeah. So this is, so for you guys who are familiar with my Wyckoff analysis, your selling climax, automatic reaction, not my Wyckoff analysis, I guess, just analysis in general, automatic reaction or rally, sell test. You then have this sell test in phase B. This was a phase B distribution. I'm not going to go watch the GME video if you want to see like a breakdown of these ideas. I do spend a little bit more time on them. I need to make videos that I can just like literally, it's just like a full tutorial. I know I need to do that. But you know, whatever. I got other stuff to do, dude. All right. This isn't my life. It's not his life. He's a shill. AMC and GME are my life. I don't mean to laugh. It's not funny. And you can see here that this is, like I said, a localized accumulation occurred here. So like this almost acts as like a new LPS, last point of support. You have your, yeah, so actually, yeah, like I said, you're in a more macro LPS, and I don't mean like total macro, but within this phase of the market cycle. What this appears to be to me is a LPS. Let me show you the schematic. I actually do have it up, so I might. Oh no, I don't. Wait. Yeah, I got it. It's coming. I got it. I swear. All right. chart. Okay. All right. Scroll this over. Come on, Windows. Come on. Do better. Bill Gates. Step it up, Bill Gates. All right? That's why Elon laughs at your bank account now. Okay. I'm trolling. All right. Let's look at a bigger time frame. It might be a little bit more clear. Yeah. This is better. Holy cow. Look at that. Look at that can. And then you. Big volume, baby. All right. Sorry. I like big volume. Yeah, so phase B distribution, spring / terminal shakeout. You see here, test. It happened a little bit faster. All right. Maybe the 4 hours better. Okay, I'm taking the pre-market bit off. Okay. Terrible. I hate it. All right. So yeah, so boom. Test. So this is more like a macro test. Boom, you get sent up. Now you're in this, I believe you're in this like shorter term phase D LPS. Oh, phase D again. I thought you said. And so yeah, let's zoom in a little bit more. This video is going off the rails pretty quick here. If you're enjoying this, by the way, I don't make these videos for you to for it to give you a prediction or something. That's silly. Okay. I don't like those videos. I'll give you my opinion, but I'm gonna sit here and analyze the chart at my own pace. It's fun, okay? I like it. And you know what? The people that like me like it too. I'm about to cry. Sell climax. So ignore this for a second. Okay, I know I just did it, but I want you to ignore it. See how I'm composite manning your mind right now. Automatic rally. Sell test in phase B. I mean, maybe this is your sell climax. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. This was a phase B distribution. Oh Lord. Oh, my videos today are gonna be very controversial. So I would say that it's pretty clear here that this was actually more like schematic 2, where you had this phase B distribution and you kind of just like lollied around at this key support area here. What was it? Like you held the 2254, right? Which was your sell test region back here. Nice. Yeah, I like this. I like this chart. Cool. Okay, let me take these lines off. All right, so you had your support region, and then your resistance region. You broke up with a sign of strength. Oh, beautiful. Then you came back for your backup / LPS in this local, right? So this was like your, again, spring within the spring sort of accumulation. I'm starting to think that, because remember, I did have that alternative scenario where this was actually a phase B distribution. This becomes like a sell climax to sell test in phase B distribution, and then you have your move back down here, and maybe even you go as low as a spring phase. I mean, I have mixed emotions. The volume really isn't telling us much here, if I'm being honest. Like, this is clearly a distribution, but the question in my mind is going to be, okay, is it a phase B distribution or backup LPS phase, right? I had caps lock on, that's why it was acting all weird. So because this is kind of the mystery of Wyckoff, okay? And that's why volume analysis is so important. This high volume sell-off, I really don't like this at the end here. And it kind of makes me think that you do see this, but same chart over and over again. I love it. But then we do have the bullish ascending triangle. Let's see if the volume supports this. Let's look at the recent OBV on that see if it looks like people have more shares or institutions have more or less shares after this on the 5-minute. Yeah, it looks like I mean, this does look pretty distributive. You have and again, this is short term, okay? I'm not talking about long term. The long-term OBV, all of the long-term OBVs are like crazy. They're crazy bullish, in my opinion. You have somewhat of like a falling wedge happening here, so maybe tomorrow you open green. If you get okay, look, here we go. This is good. This big red candle, I don't like it, okay? But yeah, I mean, this is a pretty clear falling wedge on the OBV. I like that. If you see a price rally here, right, you break above to this like 30-ish range, come back, test here, then to me, this turns into an accumulation, and you just have that lazy LPS in phase C, but you would need that volume to back it up, which would mean that this shorter-term volume does something like this, where you really reverse that trend. I like it. I like it. I like it. It just depends on volume, okay, guys? Tomorrow, the rest of the week... Wait, is a week? Oh, it's only Tuesday. Yeah, the rest of the week... the rest of the week, the volume is going to be really critical. We want to prove that this was actually... this actually is becoming a backup LPS with some good volume, with some price action to the upside. And that is going to give us justification to say, okay, this entire thing is a completed accumulation and we want to see a move up here. That's where you're going to see more aggressive moves up. I suppose what we could do is we could look at it. Yeah. I mean, I like the Wyckoff analysis here right now. Like it's pretty clear to me that is what's, you know, whatever is happening, whatever direction that we end up going, it's gonna be perceived as a Wyckoff play for sure. Like no doubt in my mind whatsoever. You have this downtrend here that you're gonna be looking to break. Does this behave? It's like a It takes recording off of here. Okay, this video is getting a little extended. I didn't really want this video to be this long. How long is this video? 17 minutes. Ah, what are you gonna do? You know, it's a Dave special. All right. You have, and I think, okay, hold on. Okay. Yeah, this downtrend is maintaining itself for sure. No doubt about that. No doubt that thus far the downtrend is holding. That doesn't mean that it has to hold forever. I'm just trying to understand what the trends are doing. I mean, it does kind of look like a bearish pennant here, but look at this green volume, man. The buying that occurred on these days back here, December 13th, December 17th. Again, I think that regardless of what happens, a lot of AMC stock was added to balance sheets as a result of this terrible bearish this terrible bearish price action. Frankly, it was terrible. Let's be honest. But like I said, the balance sheet, right? There is a significant increase in the amount of shares. Let's look at the 4-hour. It's a little bit more indicative of this. All right, the 4-hour. I mean, the volume, yeah. Okay, look, the red volume is losing bad, okay? I know that's a really simple way to put it, but basically, bears are just getting... I don't even know if bears are even involved in this play anymore, if I'm being honest with you. I think that the people shorting this thing are the bulls. The bullish institutions are shorting this. causing these sell-offs so that they can then buy the bottoms, have more stock when it's all said and done. And yeah, I mean, you see the on-balance volume just continues its rapid uptrend here. Boop. Yeah, this looks like, let's see. Yeah, this looks like an ascending triangle to me. I don't see it as like a rising wedge. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, maybe you could make the case that it's a rising wedge on the OBV. And I mean, these patterns don't have to play out exactly, but maybe it is a rising wedge. I don't know. You're going to want to see, guys. All right, I'm going to say the same thing I said like 5-10 minutes ago. So I was just sitting here fuddling around, messing around with the chart. You're going to want to see, yeah, you're underneath your 21 EMA on the 4-hour chart. And you have your don't worry about the red EMA. Let's take that one off. It's a little bit too long term. Wait, hold on. That's the 8 EMA. My bad, dude. Oh, I had the 610 off. Let's see what that's. Oh, yeah, you're holding your... Look at this. You're holding above the 610 EMA. Do worry about the 610 EMA. It actually looks like it's being a relevant point of support here. Yeah, you're definitely... So this is the 610-day... I mean, 610 4-hour candle EMA. Let's look at the daily. Oh, man. Yeah, see, it almost touched it here, and then it bounced right off of it. You're definitely on the daily chart. Yeah, you're definitely in a pretty crucial zone here. You're holding underneath on the 1-hour. Let's pull up some more of those EMAs. These are just like Fibonacci EMAs, so they're just probably shifting. I have my red EMA. Let me change the color of it. Oh no, didn't mean to do that. Oh no. Change the color of this to like. Oh no. I already have a yellow. Purple. I don't have a purple. I'll change this to orange. All right. So, all right, I'm stupid. Hold on. The purple is the 8 EMA. So, on the hourly chart, you came up to your 8 EMA, you tested it a bunch of times, you got rejected. You're going to want to see a shift back above that, and then quickly here with volume. Yeah, that's, look, I keep saying the same thing. It's key. You need to see a shift here on this trend line. You do. You need, if you don't, then this to me will start to look like phase B distribution. Right now, you got a chance. You need to see buying volume come in pretty soon here, sending the price up to the top of this thing. If you get higher volume, right? So the volume candle would probably be like, above these bear candles here. Okay, so you want to break this like plateau from December 22nd, which was 340,000 volume. Holy smokes, man! This thing's starting to get some volume these days. It's so funny. The just for a reference here. I mean, whenever you were back here, you're only doing like 70,000 volume and stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, you're gonna want to break that plateau. See that nice green candle come in here, and then hopefully you're breaking this kind of, because it does kind of look like almost like a bear pennant is forming on like the shorter time frame. And I mean, I don't really like pennants and flags, if I'm being frank with you. You could make the case that you have a falling, expanding wedge. Is that what it's called? Descending, expanding wedge. Basically, it's like a falling wedge, but like inverted sort of. But it is a bullish reversal pattern. So yeah, I mean, look, all the signals point the same way for me. You need to see volume come in the next few trading days, like this week, guys. When does this week end? Yeah, it ends on December 31st. If you do not see volume green before the end of this week, okay, you're probably going to see a send down to levels that we've talked about before, okay? And the way that you're going to measure these levels is using Fibonacci retracement. yeah, all of these are kind of your key levels. You break a lower low here, you're gonna see this 1840-ish at least, and then whatever the volume looks like at that time, you can see lower levels that we've discussed before. And just for full transparency's sake, what I've talked, and like, full transparency, not that I'm not being transparent all the time. I'm just saying, like, because, oh, look, let me put after hours on now because this is when it actually is going to matter. Just because, like, sometimes I got to repeat stuff because I don't say the same thing in every single video. So it can be like, oh, well, just for you guys to understand my full, like, oh, what's the worst bear scenario in the world, whatever, and why there's some justification for it. If you measure from the bottom in January to the top in January, come on. All right. To the top, I guess I could turn my magnet on, couldn't I, huh? Let's see if that, I don't use the magnet a lot. I just kind of like to roughly draw stuff. He's a shill. Does this magnetize? Yeah. Okay. No, it's ass. There you go. Okay. Then you kind of hung above this 618 retracement level for this particular trading range. If you were to measure, and that was the buy button collapse, remember, if you measure from the bottom of that buy button collapse to the top of the $70-ish run, if a similar scenario were to play out, right, from a Fibonacci perspective, not saying it has to, okay? That's not how the world works. You don't just say, hey, it happened before, so it has to happen again, even though the past few days have been the same exact pattern. One of them was flipped over. If that same exact thing was to happen, you would say, okay, well, it has to hang above the 618 here, which is that $14.37. Do I think that that's likely? No, I don't think that that's likely. I think that my scenario really hasn't changed. We've just been really trading sideways, nothing exciting happening. My scenario is actually relatively the same. We held the shorter term key Fibonacci, right? Let's pull that we talked about before. We needed to find one of these Fibonacci levels of support. We, for now, have found the 382, which was $27.02. As support in the short term. We bounced above it, and we've been range bound between the 382 and the 236. Look, I don't know what to make of this. I don't think that this is accumulation necessarily that's happening here. So that does give me a little bit of pessimism. I think that you have I think that what you're doing is possibly a reaccumulation in this thing, or it could be an LPSY in distribution, which would, again, I think what's most likely is you have the chance, if you see that volume, to curl up here and start to move towards the 30s again. And you're going to want to see, pretty good breakout, pretty healthy move up. If that doesn't happen, my second scenario that I've talked about is that this was a phase B distribution, which we covered briefly here on the video so far. And then you're going to kind of see a similar range. Maybe you break down to the 618, to the $24.22. Right? Before you break back up, or if it's a phase B distribution, it could go as low as the same level, $20.28, before it starts to have its move up. And then my third scenario, which was my least likely scenario, as of now, we just don't have the justification for it. We haven't seen anything indicative of it thus far, but it is possible that it's a redistribution, okay? And so this whole thing starts to behave as a distributive phase. You have this shorter term accumulation pop up, and then you just distribute, and that's how you get to your $14-ish. And what that would look like is, let me get that short term fib again. Probably, most likely, what that would look like, and I'm not fudding here, okay? I'm just showing you the scenarios. Is you would come down here, maybe bounce off of this bear trend again, come down here, bounce off of it again, boom. It's kind of like a slow death sort of thing until you have a significant break, and then you just like kind of do this, and then maybe it behaves as a longer term spring phase, right? And then this was in a sell climax, sell test in phase B. spring test, and then you have your move up. So those are my most likely scenarios. I think that the volume for the past few weeks, I've said this a few times, this volume spike on this buying pressure that we saw here, this reaction from bulls, to me, it says no matter what, somebody added AMC to their balance sheet and they want to see it go higher than these levels eventually, but they may not be done wetting their beaks. We have to be prepared for any scenario. I will say that this, generally speaking, to me, looks like an accumulation, and right now we're just kind of trading sideways above the range to prove it with volume before, test it with some selling volume and then say, you know what, we don't want to send the price lower anymore. Boom. And then you have your move up back into the 30s, and then hopefully pretty swiftly into the 40s at least. And then from there, we'll have to kind of adjust and see what the volume looks like and see what kind of buying pressure is going on. But we could get pretty explosive if things work out properly. So that's the video. I know that this one is a little bit longer, 30 minutes. Sorry about that. I just was kind of just digging through the chart in real time, giving you all the info that I'm looking at. I haven't been obsessing over AMC's chart so much lately, so that's why these videos have been a little bit more fly by night, kind of wing it. But just been spending time with family and stuff. It's the holidays, dude. Come on, give me a break, man. I can't just. Yes, you can, you shill. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and until next time. Oh, I didn't end the video. Peace.